All right. So anytime I see art and community merged together, I'm immediately intrigued. It's something close to my heart. So an Instagram account that I came across recently, interacted with, is Swishhdreams. So I have Hannah Hunter here today, and I want to hear about your project. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, tell
Yes.
me all about it. How did it start? Like,
Okay. Well, basically, it started with love of basketball. I'm just play basketball all my life and pick up games and stuff. And uh, I always like drawing and designing. And I went to school for graphic design. And then after school, um, just came down to Orlando for a screen printing internship and started screen printing tees and stuff like that. And kind of turned the profits into saving outdoor basketball courts. So we've done 2 courts so far, and we're working on raising money for our third court right now. And just like all local outdoor parks, that's kind of the courts we're targeting right now.
okay. So how long has the project been going?
Oh, I started Swish Dreams in 2013.
Okay.
We renovated our first court in 2017, and then in 2019 was our second court. So.
Okay. And it's a nonprofit or
Yeah, well, it was a LLC. We're transitioning it right now into a nonprofit. We're just filing for our 501c3 status, so kind of learning as I go with that. But yeah, we're turning it into a nonprofit right now.
that's awesome. Can you talk about the process? You started as an LLC
Yeah,
and the transition and why and how. I'm just
yeah. Well, really decided to transfer it to a nonprofit to get more funding because right now we're raising all our funds through screen printing and selling merch on our website. But we're realizing that like government funding is really like more money, and we can do bigger projects with that. So trying to just get more funding. That's why we're turning to a nonprofit.
yeah, absolutely. And is it mainly the area you live around that
Yeah,
you're focused on?
definitely starting small. I started in my hometown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But our second one is in Orlando, uh, just a few miles from my shop. So kind of just starting with local courts, get more done under our belt, and then hopefully everywhere across the world.
Yeah. So screen printing, that's your main
Yeah,
thing that you
that's
do?
how we're funding everything right now is through screen printing. We're trying to get more funding through grants, stuff like that, to to lessen on the screen printing side of it and focus more just solely on courts.
Okay. But I mean, you personally, is screen printing like your art? Like, I'm curious about the logo Netman.
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that your
started
creation?
Netman and everything. Netman is like, yeah, that's like I think my life passion, I guess. He's just a character I created for the brand, just like for one T-shirt design, really. But then it kind of just became more than that with comics, and we're working on animations, trying to get some animations going. But I really just draw right now, so I'm working on a bunch of different positions of him and bunch of different positions. Well, I learned screen printing when I moved to Orlando, so I really kind of fell in love with screen printing. So try to combine everything.
Yeah. So as far as, is it a group of you that is working on this effort
It's
or?
just me and my brother Luke right now, and he lives
Okay.
in Mexico, so he's kind of working remotely, like social media, and helps me network and everything. But I'm here screen printing, and we're saving local courts around here right now. No courts going in Mexico yet, but maybe
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah. Well, I think I saw some of those pictures from Mexico.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
that's my brother Luke. He's checking out as many courts as possible while he's down there.
Yeah. Um, so what's how's the response been so far? Or
It's been good. Um, yeah, it's been like fun connecting. I feel like there is a group of people on Instagram and in the world that like really love basketball and really love art and really want to combine the two and like make a difference in the world and like you said bring communities together, and just make parks better and the outdoors is like, we need to get outdoors and experience like all the benefits you can get from that. So I think it's been cool connecting with all those people. They're like passionate about the same things and it's really cool.
well, basketball is such a part of the culture. It's such a
Yeah.
dominant force, and to it's only natural. Yeah, I do a lot of sports art for it to
Yeah, I love it.
have an infectious groove like that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
so, what's been the hardest part?
Definitely,
Getting
I would say the funding because it's just been slow, kind of with just the profits from screen printing, just saving as much as we can with our. We throw like a few events and stuff throughout the year, but like with COVID, we haven't really done too much of that. So it's just been like screen printing. So that's what just trying to get as many ways that we can get more funding, because I feel like we have ideas to do way more courts than we have the funds for right now, but just trying to secure the courts and then put the plans in place to raise the money.
yeah. Well, can you describe the fundraising process so far? How has that been? Has it been a social media thing or an in-person thing or
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Any way we can get the word out there, and um, like a lot of people want to help, but it's really different from court to court. Find out like who uses the court and like get the local community involved in it, and they really want to help that court because it is their court. Um, but yeah,
it it's an awesome thing that you have started. Um,
thanks.
that nonprofit status will help so much. You'll be able
I
to
know.
get definitely corporate attention
Yeah,
as well as just city involvement.
right, right.
Like I said, this type of thing is really close to my heart. I've done nonprofit work, and the key is just well, actually getting out into the community. There's chambers of commerce. I don't know if have you done any of that.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, each city or and there's usually different ones, but there's chambers of commerce, and you go and you become a member. There's a fee,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'll say that the fee is well worth the investment
Yeah,
because
okay.
you will find your funding there, and
Yeah.
especially this is such a beautiful cause. So
Man, I really
I
appreciate it. I appreciate
yeah,
it so much.
more more power to you. Uh, like I said, I saw it, and I just had to know more about it, and I want actually we should have plugged the website at up front, but it's swishdreams.com. Also, the Instagram account is Swishhdreams, and yeah. Are there any other social media things associated with it, or
It's just Swishhdreams. I'm on Instagram, Twitter is Hannah Swish, and Facebook. But mostly Instagram is where we're most active on. But I try to stay on everything as much as possible.
it's hard being a one-man band, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. My brother is really helping for sure. But yeah, it's definitely been a struggle, small business struggle. But we're definitely committed, so gonna stick to it for sure.
Cool, awesome. Is there anything else you want to plug or promote I mean, of
Oh,
course, there's a donate button on the website. So anybody that's listening that would like to beautify some of these courts and
yeah, definitely. Just want to say, our next court coming up is Candyland Park in Longwood, Florida. Um, so we're gonna be doing that this spring, and we still have some money to raise for that. So if anybody could find it in their hearts to donate to that, we'll definitely be going straight to those courts to make them more beautiful and inviting and playful for everybody.
all right. Thank you for joining us, and I'm so excited for your project. I want to, um, later on maybe we check back and see how the progress is, see how
For
many
sure.
courts have gone, and anyways, and if I can help, just poke at me because
Thank you
I
so
have a
much.
little bit of knowledge. So,
For sure.
all right, all right.
Really.
Well, I'll see you next time.
Bebop.